want to say probably like the Steam games, like Sea Monsters and Splinterlands. So probably like the top two games that I'd say like I played and experienced. I recently been trying to get into Uplands. Uplands is an app you can download in your Apple iStore or Android, either one you have. That one's basically like property based. So think of Pokemon Go for property. Um, you go around town, you find a place. There's like different rewards when you get to that place. You can take pictures. You can find bounties. It's pretty cool. But essentially, you're tokenizing property is the basis slash premise of the game. I haven't played too much with it yet. It's kind of like in its beta launch, so it's like really for like beta testers right now. But it's functional, so it's cool. Any other blockchain games that I've played? Not necessarily, but I have a lot of NFTs, the non-fungible tokens, things that you can collect over time, that you can get, from either attending conferences like this, like last year. This conference was kind of last minute. I'm not gonna lie, we kind of threw it together last minute just to make it part of Blockchain Week. But at our last conference for VR gaming, we had Engine here, we had Crypto Cuties here, we had a bunch of people here. So that one was fun. And then Engine actually gave out non-fungible tokens. So a special downloadable slash rare NFT was given out because of the conference. So that was fun. And then some of these things, what you can do if you, let's say, don't want it, is you can actually melt them and you can turn them back into cash that you can trade. So if something's running on either the Tron or Engine platform, and you can melt it, you can basically turn it into either Tron or Engine or Ethereum or whatever your game runs on, and you can sell it back for Tron, Engine, Ethereum, so it has a cash value. Of course, after you melt it, it's basically like burning a token. You can't get it back. But these things do have cash value if you really don't want them. Like if they're like little cheap, flimsy things and you rather turn them into money, that's a good, way you can do that. But yeah, I mean, blockchain gaming, it's fun. It's something that definitely, you get paid to play. A lot of people don't understand blockchain gaming, but if you're a gamer, games are games. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of these things are PC based or app based. If you are either a PC gamer or you like apps, like Call of Duty right now is one of the most downloaded apps, and it's really cool. Call of Duty is actually, I tried it once. It's a little addicting, so I was like, all right, can't do this no more. But games are there; they're accessible. So because of that, I would recommend people to try to get into blockchain gaming, because when you hear blockchain, you think, oh, well, crypto, blockchain, nah, it's probably boring. But it's really not. It's just like any other game. It's just built on top of a protocol. So and on top of a blockchain, so like anything that you do in that game, like it's always stored. You can keep track of like skins and stuff like that. Like I recently learned there's a market for, I guess, pirated or fake skins, whatever you want to call them. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, yeah, I know you can get fake Gucci purses and fake Louis Vuitton, but I didn't know you can get fake skins and like fake guns and stuff. And that's due to hacking, right? Like you can hack tech. So I mean, it makes sense, but I just didn't know there was a whole market out there for that. So this helps solve that problem. Because I mean, obviously, as a consumer, you're just like, all right, the cheaper I can get it, the better. So it's good for people who play games, but it's bad for people who built these games. Like they don't actually want that to happen, and it's not because they want you to pay the money, but like they put their hard-earned sweat work into this game, and if they know you can hack it, then it's flawed, right? So whatever. But yeah, so this is a way. Blockchain is a way to prevent that. Basically, it helps not that happen. Like that's it. That's all I have to say. It just prevents that from happening. You can't do it on blockchain. So it's basically just a safer way to game, and then you get paid to play. If you guys, there we go. That's my 2 cents. Where's Andre? I'm just over here yapping away.
Here. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Great. How's it
Say
going?
hello, everyone.
Doing
So
pretty
Andrea,
good.
she is this girl. You can't tell she's a girl, but she's a girl. Andrea's super cool. She's actually like, even like over this past, like I met Andrea probably like one conference ago, and like between this conference and that conference, like I fell in love with this girl. She's amazing. But she's basically a dev who has like a background in like cybersecurity. She's like in school right now. Like look at this thing, it's crazy. But so she's not that much of a, this panel is meant to be the best of both worlds. Someone who has like knowledge over it, and someone who is like, okay, well, I want to try. I kind of tried. So, Andrea, have you had any gaming experiences?
I mean, other than entering the real world within the past couple of months. Not too much. I mean, I played like Call of Duty here and there or Rocket League, but not too much blockchain gaming, which is definitely something I want to. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would say like start off with. Have you ever have you done like any like non-blockchain gaming, like non-VR, like just regular gaming?
I mean, yeah, I used to have like a Nintendo DS when I was younger.
Okay. Okay. So
So
you've gamed, right? So
yeah,
okay. So I guess blockchain, if I was to like explain it, like I said, it's just basically the next step up. Uh, in protection wise, slash you get
right.
paid to play because these things do give you tokens back. The things that you may buy may be rare and they may gain value, so you can like make money off blockchain gaming. It's true. So I like I said, it's just the next step up in the gaming world. I would say one of the most popular games is Steam is pretty popular, just for people who know about Steam. Crypto Kitties and Crypto Cuties. Those games to me, they're more just like to collect the cats. Honestly, like they're okay, but they have baseball games. They have games for everything. Honestly, like there's almost every other week at one point in time there was new games coming out. VR games. There's a few crypto VR games. Not the one that. So the one that I want to come out, it's called like Bitcoin 2020 or Blockchain 2020, something like that. But it's a VR game basically that is blockchain enabled. A lot of the blockchain enabled VR games aren't really VR. Like it's more like a world. So like Sodium Space, they're building a world where you can play games in the world. So I guess you could consider that to be blockchain gaming. But the whole purpose of Sodium Space is you buy property on the blockchain in a virtual world. So imagine that instead of you setting up your account and you automatically having a home when you get into alt space, you have to buy land because you don't have a home. So that's what Sodium Space does. And then for people who have bought land already, they can set up games, they can set up different things in the world. There's some developers that kind of jumped ahead of the ball when Sodium Space came out before its beta trial. Like I guess their ICO, you can call it. This was like their ICO, whatever. And they bought land early, and then on that platform you can play like here they have Cards Against Humanity. They have things like tic tac toe. You can play like fetch, frisbee. Like I don't know if you guys know about the Echo VR. It's like a frisbee game. You can play that. Like just different games in the VR world. So it's a world where you buy property, but you can also like play games in the world. That's the only like VR blockchain game, I guess you could say, but like there's not really that much out there. So I would say just start off with the basics. PC games or app is probably the easiest way to go. Reality Clash, I went out and saw them in London. They're basically think Pokemon Go for shooting. That's a cool one. So you can download it on your app store. So these games, they're around. Yeah, so Reality Clash, try that one out. Andrea, you're supposed to talk to me. She's
Yeah,
like, huh?
so it's really interesting, honestly, what's in the VR world. It's like a whole new landscape. And what I really love about virtual reality specifically is that it's uniting people all around. It's the fact that we are even able to do this right now is just amazing and have conversations with new people. It's so I don't know, it's amazing, really, at its core.
This is true, and I know this mostly because I mean you're from Jersey, and I mean we're able to meet up in VR because you're all the way in
Yeah,
Jersey, and it's fun. Like you can video chat with your friends, and that's cool. But like this is like more almost
new
intimate.
experience.
It's a different experience, and you never know who you're gonna meet in here. You never know what's going on. Like today we're having this conference, whatever. But like also, there's just random meetups. Like there's a guy here. He teaches people how to like code in VR, and like he found a program that is compatible with AltSpace so that he can see what everyone's coding. Meanwhile, like he's teaching the class, like it's cool. Like I'm just like, whoa, like we need to do this, right? Like imagine going to college in VR. Like that's not a bad switch off because a lot of people they can't do online classes. They just like need that teacher like interactiveness. So to have, instead of like attending some like I took online classes, and like usually the teachers sometimes they'll have like the classes like meet up in like some chat room with the teacher would talk. It's not great, you know. So like maybe VR where I can where the teacher is actually there. It's not, you know, a physical being, but I can interact more with students. I can actually talk to the students. I can actually see, you know, talk to the person next to me. It's a different experience than, oh, someone online. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you feel me. You understand.
I personally take online courses, and it's just their professor. I really believe that virtual reality is the new form of education because it does have that classroom feel as if you are in real life, which we don't have right now. So it's really exciting, honestly.
Yeah, no, same here. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys want to join the conversation?
I had a
Yeah.
question. So you mentioned Somnium Space. How long have you been on that platform?
Hold on. I can't hear you, and I think it's because I need to have my volume a little higher, but I don't know how to do that. Hold on. Give me a second. Um, volume. This is, oh, it's all the way up. That's crazy. Hmm. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. You said about sound and space. Say it one more time.
Yeah, so you mentioned that you were on Somnium Space. About how long have you been on that platform?
So with Sodium Space, I've checked it out. I talked to the I've actually talked to Sodium Space, the creators, directly at the last gaming conference that we had back in August. So with Sodium Space, I checked it out. I didn't play with it too much because they were still in their beta stage. Now that they're doing more launches, there was a famous VR slash bot space, and he's been announcing like on Twitter and stuff. I've been seeing that he's been putting like games in his world, and you can come visit his world now. So Sonic Space, they've been rolling out more and more. It's been more recent. The first time I checked it out when I got on the platform, it was like I said, it was like new beta. Like it was just like, hey, we're testing it out. There's not really anything on here. There's a few plots of land that have been bought out. You can see a few things that were built out, but it wasn't like this. Like you look around this room and it was not like this. Like this is completely different. Now they look like this. And the thing that I like about Sonium Space is that they can hold more people than Alt Space. So I think with Sonium Space you can hold up to 1,000 people in a room. Versus here, I think they just scaled up to 70. It used to be 30, and then you can mirror the room, but they took the mirroring away for a while because Microsoft. I don't know what you were thinking. So it was like more convenient to be on Sonium Space, but it wasn't built out. Now that it's built out, I plan to get more into it just because now there's more to do. So I'll be doing that. Same thing with Decentraland. I think Decentraland also just launched their beta like last week or something like that. But they, you know, you hear these companies. They're companies that like you hear about often, but like they've just been working on stuff, and now is when they're actually rolling out things that's more accessible to the public. So I'll be on there probably within the week or so. I want because like I said, I just saw, you know, some people like doing news about it, so I'll go back. I'll check it out. Jerome's been on there a lot. He goes back and forth with them. He's been the one that was like first he told me and then I saw it, to be honest. So yeah, I'll have to check it more out. I've been mostly doing alt space just because there's more to do on alt space, and Sodium space was not as built out. But now that it's built out, well, it's building, still being built, but now it's being built more. It would be easier to one, buy property, two, play the games, and then three, just do stuff. Whoa, why am I so high? I can see my feet now. Oh, all right. I was in the
It's all now.
earlier. I didn't mind it. I was seeing eye to eye with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Are you familiar with Soggy Space? Have you dibble and dabbled in their world?
I haven't explored it at all, but I did get a chance to talk to Arter at the last conference back in August, and so I thought it was really interesting. But then I
talk to them. Yeah.
I thought it was a really interesting project, but then I kind of lost touch with it, and they went through the auction and everything, and so now I'm just checking it out again.
Right, like I said, they've been they've been working on it. Now is the time that you would want to check it out because it's more built out.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
I had another question if you still have some time.
Sure, go for it.
What VR gear do you use, and what do you like most about it, and what do you not like about it?
So the gear that I've been using right now, I'm on the Oculus Quest. The Quest has been pretty simple to use. I like playing Pistol Whip on it. It's one of my favorite games. I just like I said, I wish there was just like more blockchain, like accessibility and blockchain VR that was like on the headsets. I know, you know Solaris? Solaris that's coming out. The guy who built Call of Duty, he's coming out with Solaris. That one's on the PlayStation 4 VR. And it's actually blockchain based. They're building it on the blockchain, which is actually really cool. So that's a PS4 game that's coming out. He said he was dropping it early March or something like that. So it should be coming out relatively soon. But that game, I can't wait for it. On the PlayStation 4 VR, I like playing, what's that game called? I haven't played it so long. Damn it, what's that game called? Hey Jerome, what's that shooting game called? I have no hand-eye coordination, by the way. So like VR is like revolutionary for shooting games for me. Like I never liked shooting games because I can't get the no for VR the Farpoint. That's what it is. Yeah, Farpoint. I like playing Farpoint on the PS4. That's been fun. I played a couple other games. I got the PS4 right when like the VR came out. Like there was a lot of like beta games when the PS4 came out initially. But like between the PlayStation 4 VR and then the Oculus Quest, they're cool. There's other headsets that I've had my eye on. I've tried the HP. That one's cool. It's a little wired for me. Like, you know, you'd have to have like if you really want to get a good experience with the HP VR, you'd have to have like the backpack. You'd have to have it like wired up to your PC. Like it's a little more like, you know, tedious to do. Like it's okay. The one that I've kind of like I'm really excited for, but it's so expensive. The VR, I think it's like VR X1. It's like a $10,000 headset, but it is VR. It does augmented reality, and it's like it does like the specs on it are like out of this world. Like it's like nothing that actually exists. Like it for the price, anyways. Like it has pretty good specs, but that's why it's also very expensive. So like that one I'd get, but you know, whenever the price drops, I've tried it. When it comes to that, what I actually think Magic Leap should do, because I tried Magic Leap headset with their AR, is that they should actually try to be competition with the VR X1 or J1, whatever it is. God, I'm so bad at remembering names with companies, but they, like I said, they do both augmented and virtual, so it's like mixed reality. I think Magic Leap should get in the business of mixed reality because their headsets are cool. However, they're very lackluster, and for the price, they're super lackluster. Like Magic Leap headsets are they're very neat, and for all the bulkiness that they are, because you do have to wear like a side patch on your side to like even like walk around and actually see stuff. It's like a battery and it's a little much, but if Magic Leap comes out with both VR and AR, I would definitely do a Magic Leap headset over anything because they're a phenomenal company. They're actually local to where I live. They're out of Plantation, Florida. That's about 30 minutes from my house, not even. So I'm like super like gung ho Magic Leap. But yeah, that Quest and PlayStation for VR, those are like my go-tos right now in terms of VR. I've had the Google Daydream, the little small one, cute, but it's not this. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that answered my question. I guess if you were to like summarize, like for somebody that's looking to go beyond just their phone inside of like one of the phones,
I would tell them to jump on the Quest. Holders. Facebook has been pushing for the Quest. With the Quest, it's actually really cool, and not the Go. The Go is okay, but I would definitely go with the Oculus Quest. Just like that would be a starter. In my opinion, it's a starter headset. Really and truly, the Go is a starter headset, but the Go doesn't do as much functionality as a Quest, and the Quest you'll just have a better time, so.
The Quest actually connects to your phone, right? It has like a whole.
So you can connect the Quest to a PC. Can you connect it to your phone? I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of another headset.
Yeah, I know the Samsung Gear VR. That's the one that you can pop your phone in there. You can pop also the Daydream. The Daydream is the one you can pop your phone in as well. Google Daydream and the Samsung Gear VR headset, whatever it is. Those are the two that you can pop your phone in, unless you're using a Google Cardboard. But yeah,
I know there's one that you don't actually put your phone in the headset. It's like you have your phone on the side, and then you on your phone choose the game you want to play, and then it corresponds to the headset, and then you play that game, and you see it like, the Oculus Rift that we're in right now.
Oh, which one's that one? I don't know which one you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to Google it. I have to Google it.
No, my
I'm
little
not sure.
cousin just got it, so yeah.
Oh,
really cool.
okay. Oh, did she? Okay, all right. So you know. And you don't remember the name?
It was one of the Oculus models, I'm pretty sure. I'm not
The
sure.
Go?
It might have been
Because I
the
know
Go.
the Oculus. So the Oculus has. Okay, so it might be. It might even be the Quest. The Oculus has an app that you can download. I've used it for screen share. So if you want to share your screen to, like, let's say, TV on a, either to Facebook, you can stream it to Facebook, or you can do the Chromecast. Like, you can do that on the app. I guess maybe it gives you the option to select games on there too. Like, I've never really looked through the app, but there's an Oculus app, so it might just be that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so now we know. Any other questions, guys?
I think it was a lot of great information. Do you have a Twitter handle that we can follow?
Do I have a Twitter handle? Yeah. So my Twitter handle is. Can I message you? Hold on. This should be easy. Let me click you. Doge Crypto Labs.
Yep.
All right. So let me type it out here. I got you. Hold on. Hey. Underscore ENT. Done. Come on. The sensitivity on this thing sometimes kills me. Send. All right, so I sent you a message. It should be there. That's my handle for just about anything. That's how you can find me. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
So we're just having a VR talk, VR panel.
Right.
I don't know if you have any questions about VR or any VR.
Yeah, I have an idea. I think Mr. Blockchain. Yeah, he gave me an idea of what's going on. I'm good. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So
Yep.
we're just girls in gaming. This is me. I'm Annalise, and then this is my friend Andrea over here. Over here in this little blue.
Right.
It's just kind of like we're talking
Right.
mostly because Andrea doesn't really do gaming, but I do pretty decent gaming. I have more knowledge of gaming than I actually play games,
Right.
which is actually really ironic. But
Okay.
like, I don't know, because people. But we're
No, I
just
get
like
that.
talking about the differences and stuff. Add as friend, yes, I
Right.
will add you. Yes,
All right.
so you're added.
There you go.
Yeah, cool. So what do you know about like blockchain and VR and gaming and all that?
I just know the theoretical side of blockchain, but I don't. And basically, it's a ledger. Yeah, that's what it is.
I kind of heard you. I'm sorry. One more time.
You said?
It's basically a ledger. Yeah, blockchain. But then I don't know
Blockchain.
how
Okay,
it's.
so blockchain is an immutable and distributed ledger.
Yes,
basically.
immutable. You cannot.
Yes,
You
so-
cannot like tamper with it. It's tamper proof.
Yes.
That's-
Right.
yeah,
You cannot
it-
erase
yeah.
blockchain. So yes, you're right.
Right,
So
right.
basically, have you heard of blockchain gaming?
No, I haven't heard of that. I don't know how that works.
Okay. Are you a
Yeah.
gamer? Do you play games?
Yeah, I do. I do play a couple of games.
Play a couple of games. Okay.
I,
So
Yeah.
now think about games that
Yeah.
let's say you can't hack because, well, if you hack it,
Right.
it's visible. You can see that something went wrong because it's on the blockchain. So let's say
Oh,
somebody caught a bug
I have
and
a
they
problem with
hacked
hacking.
it.
Right,
What is
right.
it?
Because I play this game called Counter Strike Geo Global Offensive. Plenty of hackers in the game. It's really annoying and ruins the experience.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
That's an issue some people have, and that's an issue with the games
Right.
that people play.
Right.
Because when you
Now I
hack a
understand
game,
that.
two things happen.
Yeah.
When you hack a game, two things happen. They can either hack it for like
Yeah.
skins and stuff, like the buyable things,
Uh-huh.
or you can hack it to
Uh-huh.
mess up the game. One or two things can happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with blockchain, blockchain, what that does is it takes away some of those problems. One, what it does is that you no longer have the problem of hacking the game for, let's say, skins. Because what happens is you can track the skins on the blockchain. So you can tell whether it's real or fake, right? You can see if it's authentic. You can see who it belonged to. So these are things that can be solved with blockchain. Same thing when somebody hacks it, they can see where a hack came from, how a hack happened. You know, these are things that are reported, right? Right now, when a bug happens and somebody hacks it, nobody knows where that came from. It was just some random black hat hacker, right? Like that's what we have today. So
we have the white hats, we have the gray hats, the black hats. I get it. Keep going. Right.
So the other thing that I do like about blockchain gaming is that it's crypto enabled. Cryptocurrency is currency. You can get paid in crypto. So a lot of these blockchain games, they build on top of protocols such as Ethereum or let's say Tron or Engine. They build on top of these already existing chains and create games on top of it. So let's say that you have an NFT, a non-fungible token. Let's say it's a skin or a gun. Let's say it's a cheap gun, and you're like, you know, I have 100 of these. I don't want it anymore. You can either one, sell it to someone else, or two, you can melt it, quote unquote, destroy the skin, and you can get it for tokens. So if it's built on top of Ethereum, you know, blockchain, you can burn the skin gun, and you can get Ethereum back. Whatever value it had in Ethereum, you get it back. So that's
in exchange.
Right. And you can exchange it, and then you know you do whatever, right? So that's like one of the things that's cool about blockchain gaming. Like there's actual like, you know, money behind it. You can buy skins in like, let's say Fortnite, but then like, you know, do people usually buy skins from other people? Like, you know, there's a market for it apparently, but it's not like crazy. Like you have the option of either waiting for someone to come and buy your skin or just holding on to it. Here you have the option of buying the skin or just selling it and melting it. You can either sell it or you can melt it, right? You have more leverage. Right. So there's a lot you can do with blockchain gaming.
Right.
Yeah, I hope this makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense. But what I'm struggling to understand is why haven't these companies that make the games already like gotten around to it? Like this is a good concept.
It is a good concept, and that's why it's coming. So Solaris is a PS4 game that's coming out that's built on the blockchain, actually. So it's starting to catch on. People are starting to realize that this is important, right? There are blockchain games that, you know, people like, you know, indie games that people go off. They start by themselves. It's not attached to any major console, like PC gaming, apps. There's apps that you can download. There's apps. There's like, you know, PC physical. But now what's happening is that content creators and gamers, they're starting to realize like this is important. So the guy who created Call of Duty, actually, he's creating a game on PS4 VR called Solaris, and that one's built on top of blockchain. Yeah. So Silicon Nexus. Silicon Nexus is also another major one. They're also built on top of blockchain. So there's companies out there that do. Whether or not it's, you know, coming out to PS4 and Xbox, it's slow. It's coming.
But like, I have a problem with hear me out. It's like the word's been like, you know, thrown around a little too much. Like with like, I guess that's something that happens when a new like technology or something comes up. Yeah. So a lot of people have been like trying to like sell a lot of products on the basis of, you know, saying it's blockchain. So I have a friend who's like, I'm not a developer or anything like that, but he was like, if there is something that can be done without the help of blockchain, then just putting blockchain into it isn't like going to necessarily make things like better, like or like more reliable or something.
Sometimes.
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. But like then, tell me.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, what I'm trying to say is like, is this something that can only be done by blockchain? What you're proposing, the whole giving the skins and stuff.
So technically, so I mean, so the way if it was to be done like not using blockchain, right? Blockchain is just a database, right? Blockchain is not
it is
cryptocurrency.
No, no.
Cryptocurrency like
Crypto
Bitcoin,
works on the blockchain.
they're
Yeah,
separate.
yeah.
They're not the same thing.
They,
A lot of
they are
people that think
separate.
that
Yeah.
they're the same thing, but they're not. Right?
Right,
Blockchain
right,
is
right,
just
right.
database, right? That's all
Right,
blockchain
right,
is.
right,
So
right,
if
right,
somebody was to do this without using blockchain,
right.
they would just need another database.
Ah,
But
okay,
the thing with
okay.
blockchain is that it can't be destroyed. So they would need
The security,
use
the security.
another database. What was it?
Right. I
Right,
think
oh.
it's like you don't need
Right.
a third party to authenticate stuff. That's my
Right,
understanding.
right. Like
Right,
all
right,
you,
right.
the difference between using blockchain and not using blockchain is that you need another database because that's all it is. It's just data, right?
Right,
And
right.
then
I get that.
if they wanted to, let's say, do the thing where they sell skins and not use, let's say, cryptocurrency, they could have, let's say, Xbox. If Xbox wanted to do like an,
Yeah, they could like
Xbox
start.
Go where you pay every month to play the game, so you
Uh
get
huh.
PS4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing,
Which is
you have to have something
Right.
like that. You'd have to have a way,
Right,
like
right,
like
right,
game
right.
tokens, how they have game tokens now.
Okay,
It would be
I
the
know
same
that.
thing, but it would be, it wouldn't. They would have to do the same
Right,
process.
right, right.
Same process as blockchain, honestly.
No, I
They'd
get
have to
that.
make
I get that.
tokens, and they have to have it able to sell in the game, or they'd have to
Right.
have it to get back your cash value. But then, like, why would you reinvent the circle when it's already in front of you? You know,
Right,
Like,
right.
you
No,
know,
I
it
get
could be
it. I
done
get it.
just to put it on another
Right.
database.
So,
Blockchain.
Jerome, that's your name.
One more time.
Your name's Jerome.
No, my name's not Jerome. My name's Annalise.
Right.
I'm just I borrowed Jerome's headset to jump
All
in.
right, all right.
but-
That's
Yeah.
all right. So, like, in what capacity do you like work with this project? Like, I'm just curious to know.
Of capacity. So what I do is I
Yeah.
do blockchain media actually.
Right,
I'm part of
right.
Bits and Tokens. I'm part of what put this together. So I blockchain all the time. I'm actually at the blockchain center in Miami.
Okay.
There's physical
Okay.
places where you can go and interact with other
Yeah.
people who are into blockchain and cryptocurrency.
But this is revolutionizing the whole thing. So this is nice.
Yeah, now
we
you're
are.
in VR.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in Dubai. Like,
Oh, you're in
I-
Dubai? Oh, that's actually really
Yeah.
interesting. I think they're trying to open
Yeah.
a blockchain center in Dubai. Like,
Oh, really?
There's a guy. Yeah. Okay. So there's this
Yeah.
guy. His name's Mo
Right.
Lemon. But he's
Okay.
always between Miami and Dubai. This is where he does business, right? So
Oh, okay,
he
okay.
comes and does his Bitcoin conference. He has something called the North American Bitcoin Conference, but he's from Dubai.
Right.
And they're trying to start
Right.
something in Dubai.
Oh,
Because
nice.
Dubai is another pretty big major
yeah,
city. so.
we have the expo coming in 2020. So like we're
Oh,
expecting
awesome,
a lot
awesome.
of like we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
this.
yeah, there you go.
I guess you've heard of it. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
No, I've heard
So,
of
like,
them. I've heard of them. But think about
yeah.
an expo that never goes away, like an actual center,
This
like
one.
somewhere you can come to. Like
Yeah.
that's where I am. Like if I had
Yeah.
a picture, I'd show you.
I feel you, man. I get it.
But
I get
it's
it.
really
I
cool.
get it.
It's really cool.
Right. No, I get it. Cool.
Yeah, but that's the world. It's revolutioning around us. Blockchain.
It is.
You hear the word blockchain, but most companies,
Right.
like Bank of America, has the most blockchain patents. A bank.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about a bank. You know, and once people say, "What? Wow."
Yeah.
Because again,
Yeah.
blockchain is not crypto. They're separate.
Right.
Blockchain
No,
is just
it's
one
separate.
of the
It's
best
separate. See,
databases.
ma'am, I did like a project in a university. Like it was my second year thesis or whatever. Yeah. So like I have like a very basic like a little about your typical layman's like level of understanding of like how Bitcoin works on the blockchain, but blockchain can be used for like a wide variety of applications. Like the one that intrigued me was there's this thing where like you could have the power grid in the city, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so you could like sell. Suppose, let's say everyone's like a significant amount of your city is powered by like solar panels, yeah. So say that you go for vacation, and you go for a holiday, and your solar panels are still functional, but you don't use the electricity, yeah.
Right. A lot of people sell to cities.
Right, so a blockchain system could like you could automate it to a level where when you're away on holiday you could sell that the power to someone else who needs it, and
Right,
you can
right.
just it's like you'll passively earn credits or whatever. So there's a lot of mad stuff out there.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a market. I mean, there's a market for everything in blockchain.
There's a market for everything.
Yeah, there's a market for everything.
But this is the first time I'm seeing it in like a gaming context, so that's like intriguing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's different. It's
Nice.
that's why we're
Right.
doing this, because a lot of people don't
Right.
know it's there, but it's
No,
there.
a lot of people don't. A lot of people
Right.
don't. Yeah.
Right.
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 So, like,
and the reason we did it in VR because it makes sense, because most people who know VR know blockchain, at least the concept, and most people who do VR do gaming stuff. It makes sense.
I mean, I guess we're like the first movers. Like we really like these products. We like trying new things. So I guess a lot of
Right.
like-minded people end up here at the same place, and that's nice.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, what's going on right now? Is this like is this the conference or like?
So there was supposed to be booths and stuff. Let me see where that is. There's a little portal
Right.
over there. I don't know where that
Right.
leads to. This is the stage